Sammy,
Mr.
come on
Greg.
in. Sammy was trained by Buck Zumoff.
Hey, Greg.
Good to see you, and he's going to be conditioning and fundamentals teacher.
You know, thanks for having me. Like Greg said, I'm Sammy Savard, and since 2001, I broke into the greatest sport in the world, professional wrestling. And my two influences getting into this business were Greg Gagne and Buck Zumoff. They taught me the way wrestling's supposed to be. It was 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 sit-ups. It was the hardest thing I ever did my entire life. And I can promise you out there, if you want to be a professional wrestler and you want to get involved, this is the place to be. This is number one. You are going to get conditioned. You are going to be a man of steel when you're done with the first round of camp, and that's who I'm going to be training, and I'm looking forward to it.
That baby, he's already fired up.
That's right.
Two of my other trainers, two young men that I trained this summer, Brent and Eric, two brothers that father called me from New Richmond, Wisconsin. They were struggling. They were going around in the independent leagues and everywhere else and kind of fumbling around. And I got my hands on them, and you guys tell them from there.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you for having us here
Thank
today.
you.
2 years ago, my brother and I started out on a local camp in Minnesota, and we were excited, as any other wrestling fan would, to get into the sport. And after a few months of training, they went under, and we found ourselves not knowing where to go. Then we met up with a local luchador who taught us the lucha libre style, which is Mexican wrestling. And after that, we got about 20 matches under our belt, and then we didn't have anything afterwards.
We had nowhere to go. So a year in, we had 2 different styles under our belts and only 20 matches. So our dad found Greg Gagne. Greg agreed to come out and train us. And after the training that Greg put us through, a year later, we have 100 more matches under our belts. Our match amounts went 5 times the amount, going with Buck Zumoff and Heather Matthews, traveling with them, learning on the road, as wrestling should be.
Well, guys, you've done a great job. Buck just keep telling me you do better and better every match out there. And that's one thing that we've got nobody else has. When you're done with wrestling, where do we go? How do we get to the WWE? How do we get to TNA? You won't. You'll be with us, and you'll be on the road with Buck and Heather and myself, and we're booking matches all over the country.
GWA, Gagne's Wrestling Association. It's going to be a great thing. I hope you're excited, because I know I am. But it doesn't start until you come to Gagne's Wrestling Academy. Now, I'm one of the assistant trainers, lover kid Eric Lockhart. And I started in this business 2 years ago. And I bounced around to many camps like many independent wrestlers do. And I saw my direction going nowhere. I really wasn't leading anywhere. And then I found Greg Gagne. He showed me the things I need to know, and now I am soaring above levels that I ever expected to only 2 years in the business. So if you want to become a professional wrestler, Gagne's Wrestling Association is where it starts.
Greetings to all you wanna-be professional wrestlers out there. I'm the all-star Paul Brewski, and I am one of the assistant trainers for Greg Gagne, Jim Brunzell, and Rock and Roll Buck Zumoff of the GWA. And if you think you got what it takes to be a professional wrestler, then you can sign up today, and we'll see what you got what it takes once we get you into the ring. And I'll be there to push you all the way, and I'm gonna make sure you have what it takes, and I'm gonna push you 100%. No, 110%, because if you don't have what it takes, then you don't deserve to be in my ring.
My name's Sammy the Bulldog Savard, and right now you're on the side of the GWA Gagne's Wrestling Academy. And I'm an assistant trainer to Greg Gagne, Jim Brunzell, and Buck Zumoff, and I help with all 3 stages of the wrestling camp. It's the greatest camp in the world. And if anyone out there wants to be a professional wrestler, I'm telling you, this is where it's got to be done. We're going to teach you the fundamentals, you're going to get conditioned, and we're going to get you on the road and teach you the art of our sport. It's a lost art, but I guarantee you, when you become part of the GWA, you'll learn it. So sign up, and sign up today. Don't hesitate, don't wait, do it.
So if you want to sign up for professional wrestling, sign up now, right here online with the GWA. Contact us, sign up, and believe me, it will be the best wrestling training you will ever have.